AutoVibe welcomes you to another deep dive into the world of performance machines. Today, we unravel the full story behind the 2025 TVS Apache RR 310, a motorcycle that arrives not just as an upgrade, but as a statement of how far Indian sport bikes have evolved. The RR 310 stands at the crossroads of engineering ambition and emotional riding appeal, and this year's model brings a quiet storm of changes. Settle in, because this is the full-length exploration. Evolution and design philosophy. The Apache RR 310 has always carried an identity shaped by TVS's racing DNA, but the 2025 model pushes that identity into a more mature territory. The design language feels more disciplined, more intentional. Every line has purpose, as if the bike has learned from years of wind tunnel storytelling. The sharper front fascia, reworked side fairings, and tidier rear section create a cohesive flow that reduces turbulence at high speeds. The LED system now has a crisper temperature, giving the bike a colder, more futuristic glow at night. TVS has kept the silhouette familiar but injected refinement where it matters and evolution rather than a reinvention. For riders who admired the RR 310's earlier aesthetic, this version feels like returning to the same book, only to find new chapters added with care. Engine, power delivery and refinements. Inside the fairing sits the well-known 312 cubic centimeters single-cylinder, but its personality for 2025 is noticeably polished. TVS has fine-tuned the throttle response, smoothing out low RPM hesitation while sharpening the mid-range punch. The engine revs with more composure now, avoiding the harshness that some riders felt during long stretches. Gear shifts feel cleaner, thanks to updated slipper clutch calibration. Combined with the ride-by-wire system, the bike feels like it's constantly reading your intention, whether you're slicing through traffic or leaning into an open stretch of highway. The cooling system, often a talking point in early riding modes, electronics and dynamic behavior. The 2025 RR 310 retains its 4 riding modes: rain, urban, sport, and track, but each one has been retuned with a more noticeable difference. In rain mode, throttle gentleness and ABS sensitivity feel more protective, almost like the bike holds your hand through slippery patches. Urban mode maintains efficiency, giving a smoother torque curve that suits unpredictable city riding. Sport mode is where the bike starts showing its character: responsive, alert, and eager to dart forward. Track mode, however, transforms the bike's personality completely. It lets the engine breathe more aggressively and firms the power delivery so every wrist movement turns into action. These modes aren't gimmicks, they shape the mood of the bike. For a 312 cubic centimeters machine, this level of electronics refinement remains one of the Apache's strongest selling points. Chassis, suspension and handling feel. The chassis geometry remains fundamentally the same, but TVS has retuned the suspension to deliver clearer road communication. The front fork carries better damping, offering feedback that makes corner entry more predictable. The rear monoshock has been recalibrated too, improving mid-corner stability and offering a more confident exit line. Together, the balance has improved so the bike feels more planted, especially during quick directional shifts. The Michelin tires, now with updated compounds, grip with assurance even on imperfect surfaces. Whether bending through sweeping curves or making tight city turns, the RR 310 feels like a motorcycle that wants to flow rather than fight. Braking system and confidence under pressure. Braking has always been crucial for a bike with track aspirations. The 2025 model features sharper initial bite and a more progressive lever feel. ABS intervention is cleaner, especially in track mode, letting the rider commit deeper before losing confidence. Long downhill stretches, sudden stops in traffic, and a tech, TFT display and smart features. The updated TFT display is brighter and more readable in intense daylight. The interface has been reorganized so information is less cluttered and more rider-focused. Bluetooth integration feels smoother, with fewer connection hiccups and better call and message prompts. Navigation cues load faster, and the ride logs now carry additional metrics for riders who love tracking their daily runs. TVS has expanded the sensor accuracy behind the scenes, improving how the bike interprets throttle input, lean pressure, and traction conditions. These subtle invisible upgrades add up to a significantly smarter ride experience. Ergonomics, comfort and everyday usability. Despite its aggressive styling, the RR310 continues to surprise with its practical ergonomics. The seating triangle remains thoughtfully balanced, sporty enough for spirited rides, yet calm enough for daily commuting. The handlebar reach doesn't strain the wrists as much as competing bikes in this segment. The split seat padding has been mildly revised, which adds comfort over longer journeys. Heat management, once a major concern, is noticeably improved. You can cruise in traffic for longer without feeling like you're riding above a miniature volcano. Mileage, efficiency, and ownership experience. Real-world mileage figures remain similar to the outgoing model, but the smoother tuning allows more consistent fuel efficiency. The service intervals and maintenance costs continue to favor riders looking for premium performance without premium anxiety. TVS's service reach, especially in South Asia, gives the RR310 an additional advantage for long-term ownership. Who should consider the 2025 Rural Route 310? This motorcycle suits riders who want a balanced sport machine, one that delivers excitement without sacrificing daily comfort. It appeals to those upgrading from 150 cubic centimeters and 200 cubic centimeters sport bikes, as well as seasoned riders looking for a refined, tech-rich single-cylinder sport tourer. Price position and final verdict. The pricing places the RR310 as a premium offering, yet still within reach of riders who want a motorcycle built with intention rather than excess. With its updated electronics, polished engine behavior, enhanced comfort, and improved dynamics, the 2025 Apache Rural Route 310 stands tall as one of the most complete motorcycles in its class. Auto Vibe.